Boom. I think we're good to go. Welcome back to the Near Post podcast. It's been a good while.
Minute.
It's been a month actually.
It's been a minute.
Apologies there in the background. But yeah, I'd like to say a minute, as Peter said there, but it's been about a month. But look, we weren't going to force shows when we weren't feeling them. But like the hunger is back, I think, and there's so much going on recently. Obviously, the transfer window was quite dead first, 2 weeks or so. There's a few alright deals.
I was thinking that, right? I was thinking that was dead. And I was just doing a quick look there before I came on, but there was actually like a decent amount of transfers. I just think with all the Euros and Copa Americas going on, I wasn't really focusing in on them. But no, there definitely was a few sneaky ones, but the last week or two has been crazy. So,
man, it's been like fantasy football or something. Honestly,
yeah,
it's like
Ultimate Team. It's like career mode or something. Pep going crazy.
I don't know where to start. We kind of have to start with Messi.
Yeah,
I don't know. He probably is the GOAT. Like I always say, Ronaldo, but like we're not going to go into that today. It's a toss up. But he was crying this morning. I don't think I'd ever see that. Like, what do you think of this Messi situation? We'll just go from the very start, I think.
Yeah, you got to feel for the guy. To think the amount of times, he's been on the cusp of going or whatever, and it's never happened. Like, he was just destined to stay there forever, I thought. But it's tough to see, and the way the club's gone about it. Like, this guy, I said it before, I think, on this, like, I've been to the new camp, and you might as well just call it Messi FC, because there's nothing about Barcelona. You go in, it's like a museum for Messi, all his Ballon d'Ors, all that sort of stuff. It's all about him. Every kid in the world, I'd say nearly, like anyone that has a football jersey, most likely it's going to be a Messi one, a Messi 10
Barca. Yeah,
it's so iconic. Like
it's just like the standard. It's just like the standard.
That is the base jersey, and you can get whatever you want after that, but you need to have at least one of them in your collection. But to see the way it's gone about with Barcelona, I know the way they're dealing with stuff financially the last couple of years has been terrible and whatnot, and his wages are big demands. But he said he would take that pay cut. That's, he did say he would take that pay cut. You have to think about the amount of revenue he creates as well. It is tough to see, though. He said, "This is my goodbye. Like, I'm not coming back for games. I'm not coming back for anything. This is it. Done." He's been forced out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to feel. Yeah, it's good to be back, James. Appreciate that, but it's hard to feel too sorry for him when he's going to be getting 30 million euros a year now at PSG. I can't feel that sorry for him, to be honest. Like,
not regards Messi.
No, I know.
In regards the whole football world.
Yeah, but I just think if he really loved Barcelona, he could have just played for half the wages, or even a third.
Well, he said he would. He said he'd take a 200,000 a week pay cut or something like that.
But they obviously still couldn't do that. Realistically, there's nothing else he needs to buy. Man is a billionaire. I know he shouldn't have.
Both ways, right?
Yeah.
No, but you can look at this both ways. He's being forced out of the club. Yes. Does he have to make a big deal about it? They've given him. He's been there since he's a young buck. He's done everything. It's been the whole way through, and you don't want to leave it on bad terms.
I agree. It shouldn't have left on bad. Realistically, in an ideal
this
scenario,
is the greatest footballer ever.
Messi should have left on a Champions League win or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? He should have left on a Champions League win, or at least I think they won a Copa del Rey last year, but or in a big La Liga win where they battled it out with a Real or something like that. You know what I mean?
He shouldn't leave crying because he's upset. He has to go. He's being forced. It just shouldn't be going down like that. At least pretend like you wanted a new, whatever. Challenge, because the amount of times you've acted up for a new contract or whatever.
Yeah,
surely you can act up for a week and pretend like you want to go Paris.
No, I agree. I'm sure most Barca fans are crying. I'm not even messing. Properly crying. I don't know. He is an absolute sicko, but I don't feel sorry for Barcelona because anyone stupid enough to pay 135 for Dembele, 130 for Coutinho.
Yeah.
Like, there's no wonder. I
Panic
think
base.
Griezmann's on like nearly 700,000 euros a week. Like, what?
Nah, definitely not.
No, he is. He is upwards of 600,000. I thought that as well when I read it.
Jesus.
I think Sergio Roberto's on like nearly 200,000 euros a week. Like like these lads will play for Barcelona for half that money. It's not like they're not.
On that, being sorry to cut you off, but being kicked out of the club and everything. You remember Stevie G, and they wouldn't sign him a new contract. And he went to the States. He still went out like a hero. He didn't kick up fuss. He didn't go crying about it. He wasn't making all these big deals. That's why I think just for Messi, because he's such a role model and everything, it was a bit immature of him. Of course, he's going to be upset and everything, but like, come on. Like you said, the guy's still going to be getting 30 million a year. You've acted up about 5 or 6 times that you've wanted to leave. Now they've granted you that wish and you're complaining. But it is tough to see anyway. You don't want to see it happen.
I personally thought he'd never leave. I thought when I heard it first that when I just heard it first, like, and I didn't know anything about it, I thought it was like last year where he's just,
when he didn't go last year, I was like, that's it. That's him settled at Barca now.
But Barca must be fucked. Like, anyone stupid enough to pay that money on. It's ever since Neymar went, they kind of panicked because Neymar just forced to move out of nowhere. It wasn't like it was a rumor. Neymar just left straight away, and they were like, "Oh, what the fuck? We're gone. We're kind of."
Ousmane Dembele. Who would have thought to pay that? Jesus Christ! Man.
That kind of set. Obviously, the Neymar one set the trend, but at least with Neymar, I know it was scandalous money, but like it's an elite player who's a brand. You might not think it's worthy, but he's an elite player who can brand, like Ousmane Dembele. Like, who is he?
Yeah,
like imagine barely stay on a pitch or something. I don't know, but I don't feel sorry for Barcelona. They've been stealing Liverpool players for years. They've been tapping up Arsenal players. So like, it's their own fault. It's not like they're screwed, and they've kind of tried to bully their way into it by trying to play the La Liga card. Because I think La Liga are kind of screwed as well, losing Messi. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
that's going to affect Spanish football, massively. You don't understand. Like, who's going to want to watch all the Barcelona games now? You could literally broadcast any game Messi plays in anywhere in the world, and people will watch it.
I'd say them PSG figures are going to go up, like double or something, probably.
If PSG secure Messi, like we may just give them football. Well, Ligue 1 games will be getting watched. Like, imagine the impact is already. PSG, we'll get onto it later. The amount of signings they're after making and the big moves they're making is this going to be massive for French football. Massive.
Could not agree more with James there. He should have got as I said, like, you would have just imagined he'd finish on a man-to-match performance in a Champions League final, and then he's just like, "This is my last game for Barcelona," and they just won the treble or something. Like, in his pomp, he would have thought that.
I hate comparing it to Stevie G, but obviously he's one of our idols. But come on, Stoke last game, so
but Messi is.
It doesn't always go. It doesn't go always go to plan. But I think it's the fact we didn't know it was, his last game. You always thought they'd extend that contract.
Mark ripping the piss here, like, because if he's being serious and we've got another injury. Like,
I heard that. I'm not certain on that.
For fuck's sake, sorry for going.
Big Tomiskas there.
Like, Jesus Christ, it's just going to happen again. But yeah, Messi, that PSG move, like he's not going anywhere else. If City come in for him, like, give them the Prem anyways. Like, we were going to do that anyways. Yeah. But
you'd love to see him. As much as I hate to see Man City get him, imagine Messi in the Premier League. I think some things you need to put your bias aside and just be like, wow, that would be magnificent.
Like, you can't write this shit. Like, ankle snapped.
I thought I was scrolling and I seen something about the game earlier. I didn't really look at it though.
You have a quick look there. I'd say Twitter is the best job. For fuck's sake. Like, what? Season in a week or something, and this happens. Like it's, we may play 3 at the back or something, or Timskas, or what? I don't even know how to say his name. Tomiskas. He basically hasn't played for us yet, and when I have seen him, he hasn't looked good. Is that looking like a proper injury?
I haven't seen anything here.
Just not the stress we need. Like, all I wanted to do was chat a bit
Yeah.
Messi and transfers, and Robbo gets a dirty injury. I'm seeing Messi as a formal offer from PSG, so yeah, I'm sure he'll get over. I'm sure he'll get over them here.
Robbo to undergo a scan tomorrow. To the it looks poor enough in that picture there, but I did think I seen something on that, but
you just know it's going to be ligaments and it's a few months. Like you just know. Videos are great.
we come straight back in. You know, we were all excited to do this.
We're like, look, at least everyone's fit. We're back, and then this happens. We'll obviously do our prem. Check your WhatsApp. I'll have a little look at that. I'll look at that after. I don't even want to look at it.
No,
I'm just going to pretend
the good vibes. Good vibes.
I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, Messi to PSG. For me, if Poch doesn't win every single trophy available and the World Cup, he should be sacked. He literally is playing manager, or what's called he's playing career mode. He's playing career mode.
Who won't have a PSG jersey?
Yeah, I'll certainly be getting one.
I won't, because I will be getting one.
With Pogba linked as well. Surely Pogba's looking at this because he's obviously linked, and he's like, I just want to go to PSG now. Kind of guarantee. Well, not guarantee. There's no such thing as guarantee.
When does FFP step in here?
Lad, when did FFP ever step in? Let's be honest.
I know they've been dumbed down
with
the COVID market. Yeah, but
they've relaxed FFP, man. Come on. Let's be honest. FFP never happened. It just, if they get done for FFP, they'll pay like a couple of million or whatever to, is it FIFA or whoever? It doesn't matter.
Are they even going to lose that much money in the long run?
No.
When you think about it.
No.
Well, I know from me and you, they mightn't get any money back because we'd probably be DHK jobs or something, corner shops in Spain. But you have to think about the amount of people who are going to buy merchandise here, watch the games, everything.
Yeah, shout to Daz there. I'm sure I was out golfing there myself. I didn't see the game, but I see it was a 1-1 draw to score. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Daz. I could not agree more. That is. I'll take if it's a month.
It's just another blow.
Yeah, big up to you.
As if this summer wasn't depressing enough for us Liverpool fans.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get on to Liverpool in a minute, but yeah, Pogba. If Pogba goes there as well, I don't know how they can get Pogba for 50 million. Because, like that's what he costs because he has a year left on his contract, so that kind of makes sense. But let's just go through the names. This is literally career mode. So, shout if I've missed anyone. Donnarumma, Hakimi. Donnarumma, the most sought-after keeper in the world. I know you don't rate him as much as most people do, but for his age, he's the most sought keeper in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Hakimi, the best right wing back in the world. Wing back. Yeah. He's a sick wing back. Decent.
70 million euros as well. That's a big.
Donnarumma on a free. Sergio Ramos, like a 5-time Champions League winner.
Yeah. Gini Wijnaldum,
Champions League winner. Obviously Messi pending.
It's crazy.
There's someone else I'm missing. I'm sure I've missed someone there. I'm sure I've missed one more lad. Let us know in the chat who have I missed that PSG have signed, because I swear they've signed one more lad, like a baller.
But on that, how can this actually go ahead? It is crazy.
Let's go through their if we're playing FIFA with PSG, this is the team we're playing if Messi signs, right? Donnarumma in goals, right back Hakimi, centre backs Marquinhos, who is sick. I think he's class. I'd have Marquinhos over Kimpembe anyways. I think Kimpembe's a bit dodge.
Yeah.
But he's then you've got Ramos. Left back, who's their left back? That Swedish lad
you probably play 3 at the back, wouldn't you? Maybe go for 5 in midfield.
Yeah, Hakimi with the right wing back.
Yeah,
you got Verratti.
But you're still thinking they still have like the likes of Di Maria as well up there. The guys I completely forget.
Icardi, and he's not. I know he's not. He's a prick, but he's a good striker. Icardi. Draxler's about 6th choice up there now. He may leave. I see Mbappe wants to leave though. He's going to leave anyways. Even with Messi coming, he still wants to leave. He's kind of that lad. He just wants the limelight.
Yeah, when you talk about Poch here on this though, Neymar's already thrown one fit when he had to play in Messi's shadow. Right?
Yeah, I think they're really
he already
good friends,
threw one fit there.
I'm sure Neymar's been pushing it. I think see the picture of Messi with all the PSG boys.
Yeah,
I think it was
no, but they can be. It's all good them being friends when they're not playing really against each other, maybe once or twice a year. But when Neymar was under Messi, that great season he had as well, and Messi gets all the accolades, and because he's Messi, which deservedly, but Neymar couldn't hack it, and he had to go off to PSG. So how's that going to work again? If he makes that move, like we say about Poch, and it's easy for us because on career mode, you can put whoever together. If we're speaking like that,
it is still a team of individuals. I know what you're saying. It is still a team of individuals.
Yeah, with big egos. There's big egos in that camp.
There is, but if you're a top manager, you win the Champions League with that, no bother. Let's be honest. You have to win the Champions League because I think the league should be given. They didn't win it last year. Like, it should be given. If he doesn't walk the league, I think it's
exactly,
a disgrace, to be honest.
Exactly. Daz agreeing here. Will these individuals make a team, especially when they're going against tough? PSG have struggled. That's what I mean. There's too many egos in that camp for me. Although I agree. I've been shocked before, but you think players like that.
Ramos brings a bit of steel. You know, when the going gets tough, Ramos gets going. Let's be honest. Yeah. They'll have learned from them experience. Messi is just Messi. Like, you know what I mean? If he's coming, you don't even need to play well, and you could win every match. He'll just do something. Neymar will do something. I know I get the individual thing, but I think it just gets to the stage when these lads are too good. Like they are too good. You can do. You can set up as well as you can. You just can't mark them.
Just when I'm talking about PSG, bit off topic, but another thing I found weird: Areola sent out on loan again.
Yeah, but sure.
Like, do you want them or do you not want them?
Nah, they don't want them. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I can't see why, because he's had quite a good season at Fulham. There, you could sell him easily for a good few million. He's still young enough. He's getting on, but he's never going to break into that PSG team with Donnarumma there now, long term probably, and Navas. So
yeah, I know you're a big Areola fan.
Not even that.
Did you see the Declan Rice video though?
Yeah, Areola on a road of geese.
It was a bit cringe. It was a bit, but I kind of enjoyed it. Not going to lie, it's a good save as well. But yeah, Messi. Look, Messi is Messi, and if PSG don't win the Champions League, Poch should be sacked. I'm saying it now. Well, he should be sacked.
Messi has to be confirmed, but even if he's not confirmed, they should be winning it.
Yeah, or at least getting to the final.
I know, but they need to win it now.
Yeah, if
they need to.
They've literally bought everyone they can.
Finals are there to be won.
They've literally done what a kid would do: buy the best players. That's literally what they've done. It's not even like, oh yeah, they've got like Wijnaldum. I think is top class, maybe not world class, but he's just at that level below. You know what I mean?
I don't know though.
I think
he could be on that level
of world class.
I think he's a very underrated technician, especially what he does for Netherlands.
He is quality. I just don't think he's top, but he's top.
But even if you're not a Liverpool fan and you don't rate him at Liverpool, you cannot look past what he does for his national team. You can't.
So they'll have Verratti, Wijnaldum. I think that's such good balance, and maybe Paredes, who's a bit of a dog, which is what they need as well. They've got loads of Argentinian boys as well. That's just going to work in the Messi favour. Paredes, Di Maria. What do you call the other lad? Pereira, Portuguese boy.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying as well.
Them boys have got so much options. But we chat about big Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah,
my doubles partner in golf. There, come on.
just before we go on to another big one, I just want to shout out a great bit of business by Borussia Dortmund with Daniel Malin.
I've seen that.
30 million euros for Daniel Malin is very, very good. Another player we had our eyes on.
They'll be selling him for 60, 70 million in 2 or 3 years. Like, it's just usual.
And we'll probably be the egots to buy him then. You know, when we were saying no now.
I haven't seen much of him. there's a lot. He looked decent in Euros at spells, but obviously they didn't go that far. But look,
Yeah.
tidy bit of business. He'll be getting sold soon. Let's be honest. He will be getting sold soon.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
in a
yeah.
couple of
It's
years' time.
it's literally an investment club, but they do a great job of it. So
Yeah, agree with that. But yeah, Rom Lukaku, that deal's basically done. I don't think it's been announced, but like the fee's been
a
agreed.
great bit of business by Chelsea. How much did they sell him for?
I think they sold him for like 20, was it 25 or something? To
I think it was 25.
Which was probably back then. It was probably about 40 or 50 million now, if that makes sense.
Still,
Because that was a lot
not
of money
100.
back then. Yeah, but
Wasn't
the thing
100
is,
mil.
it's Chelsea. Chelsea don't care. I think Chelsea are a well-run club, right? They sold some lad to Palace. I don't even know his name. If there's a Chelsea fan in the chat, for like 20 million, that's never played for them. They've sold Morata like for 50, 60 million. They've sold Tomori. I know Tomori's a good player, but 30 million is still a decent price to get.
25. It was 25 mil.
Oh, 25. Okay, but
I was going to speak on that. I don't think that's great. And Giroud for under £1 million as well.
Yeah, but they were just getting rid of him.
He's on the whole. I don't know why Tomori hasn't been given an extra chance.
I agree.
At Chelsea. I found that strange. I thought after a good season, I know AC were wanting them, but I would have tried to hold on to him there, but obviously they don't see something in him. But I think he'd be a great partnership there.
James Mitch.
Yeah, James.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I can't agree with Chelsea being well run either.
No, they are, lad. They've got all the youth players, like the people. You know that Vitesse team. What's it called? I don't know how to pronounce it, but that team. They bring they have always good youngsters, sell them on. Like they got fast money for. Yeah. No, it's Vitesse. You know that team,
Vitesse or whatever. Yeah,
basically
the yellow badge, is it?
Yeah. Mount played for them, I think, but they get like if they get 35 million for Tammy, they're exactly excellent point by Dave. Like Tammy is shit. Let's call a spade. Well, he's not. Yeah, I think Tammy is shit, to be honest.
Yeah, that season at Villa, he was unreal. I think he's very good on his day, but I think again, English tax you're paying there, paying a lot of it. Romelu Lukaku for me is a top 5 striker in the world easily.
Let's go through the strike. I remember having an argument with a few boys. I always rate Lukaku,
and he has been for a few years for me. Even when he was at Manchester United and he was in the wrong system, everything. I knew Lukaku still had it in him. He went to Inter and I said, he's going to rip it up. Always been a big fan.
Yeah, I think he's guaranteed 20 goals, like Premier League goals. Call it what you will. He's guaranteed 20 Premier League goals in that Chelsea system. If he stays fit, obviously. You know what I mean? If he might get a few niggles here and there, but like...
I think he could get Golden Boot this year.
He could be. I'll be getting him into my fantasy as soon as he signs into my draft. But who are the better? Where does he rank in the world in terms of strikers, in your opinion? So, like, let's talk about the lads that are obviously ahead of him: Lewandowski, Kane. I think Haaland is Haaland.
I think it's a tough.
Benzema is better than him. I'm not. Benzema is better than him.
No, not for me. Not for me.
Lads. Benzema is top 3 for me.
I think Benzema's coming on a bit too much.
Benzema's better than Rom easily, man. I'm sorry.
I think between third, you have a tough choice between Haaland, Rom, and Benzema. I think a case can be made for all 3 of them.
I don't think it's even close. I think Benzema's an elite striker. I think Rom's like low elite striker. No, I think you're overrating Rom a bit more. I think you're overrating Rom a bit.
Slept on.
I'm a big fan of Rom.
The only thing with Benzema is his hold-up play is phenomenal. It's severely underrated. But for Lukaku...
Look, Lukaku doesn't have to do any of the build-up play for Chelsea because they're going to have Havertz there. They're going to have Captain America. They're going to have Timo.
Chelsea are going to look to play on the break as they have done. And that's exactly what Lukaku's been doing.
This will be
what he's been doing.
Chelsea are going to rotate, but this will be my Chelsea team. We'll go on to that comp in a minute.
Yeah, go on to that strike one after.
Mendy in goals, right wing back James, because they're going to play that three in the back. They're excellent at that, yeah.
Mm.
I think we can agree on it. Like their three centre backs, I think will alternate. It might be like Azpilicueta, Christensen, and if they get Koundé, which I think they will, maybe something like that. Or Rudiger will
Rudiger.
play. You know what I mean? They'll rotate
Yeah.
them. Wing back will be Chilwell.
Yeah.
Probably Kante and Jorginho in the two, like the pivot thing.
Yeah. Two double
And then
six.
they'll have the three. So this will be mine. Like they're going to rotate their front three like fuck. I'd have Timo or Captain America on the left.
I'd have Timo.
Havertz on the right, kind of cutting in. You know what I mean? And then Big Rom down the middle. Oh yes,
Mount would be in behind. No, 5.
No, it'd be a 3-4-2-1. So the three at the back, and then the two wing backs, and then the two in the middle, and the three at the top. I believe that's 11. Yeah. Sorry. So they've got options, man. Yeah, Mount's got to play. I'm sorry, Mount's got to play. I know Chelsea fans won't like that.
No, it'd be 5-4-1. So there's 4 you have in midfield. Oh yeah, Jorginho.
No, it'd be the wing backs because they're the wing backs. So like. They've got a nice squad. That's what I'm saying. Chelsea have a very, very good squad. They'll have Tuchel for the full season. They'll probably sign one more than that as well. They're probably going to sign one more after Rom and Koundé. But on the Rom debate, Rom is perfect for them. He's just a goal scorer. I think his hold of play is okay, but it's not as good as it should be for how good of an athlete he is.
Yeah. Like go on to Bob's comment there now. We'll bring up Bob's.
The strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewandowski's definitely better than Rom. Kane, Ronaldo, Haaland. Yeah, I don't think Mbappe is like a striker, so that's why I didn't even kind of count him. He's not like
Mbappe right for me is like a left forward, I'd say, but
right forward. He can kind of play. You know what I mean? He's like a Salah kind of position or a Mane, not like a winger, but not a striker.
See, for that Ronaldo comment, I know he's got 5 more goals than Lukaku. You know, in Serie A last season. But how many more assists did Rom have? 7 or 8, I think. Maybe even more.
We're not.
So he definitely had more. No, I'm not going to be a stat merchant, but he definitely had more goals and assists, and they weren't all penalties. I love Ronaldo, but you have to remember these guys are coming on this year. Ronaldo's probably going to take another step down.
Agree.
Another step down. You know, that's what happens. Players are aging. Suarez as well. Suarez is my favorite striker ever. And there's no way right now he's better than Romelu. There's not.
Oh, there is a way. There is. No. He just won the title. He just won the title with Atletico. Like, it's not like he's finished. I thought the Benzema comment was outrageous, lad. Has Peter lagged out there? He might have had Timo on the wing. I don't know, Bob. I don't think he was as bad as you're saying. Like, he still had a bit about him. He was still a threat. I don't think Timo. I thought Timo. Yeah, look, I kind of hear that. To be fair, Ronaldo's not what he was, but he's still Ronaldo. To be fair, I get what Bob is saying here, but yeah,
I'm back in the.
But Big Rom, I think it's going to be a successful sign. As much as I don't rate him as you do, I think he's a very good striker that's going to get at least 20 goals this season. I think he could be the one. He's going to edge them towards the title. Like they'll be with Tommy Tuchel for the full season, and they don't have like a PE teacher. They'll have. I think they'll be right. They'll be top 2.
Yeah, I got to say this though. I'm just looking at this, and it's just making me even more depressed for this season coming. If these 100 million transfers keep coming in, we're not going to be able to compete because our owners are as tight as a duck's arse.
Lad, I was saying. I seen a yoke on Twitter. I forget your man's name. I think it's like John O'Sullivan or something. He's a Liverpool fan, but he tweeted like, I'm not going to bother go looking for the tweet, but it was something along the lines of Liverpool. Klopp is going to be like what Wenger was for Arsenal, shadowing absolutely shite owners, and then when he goes, it's going to just be an absolute decline. And man, I don't want to sound so negative because we still have a top. Our starting 11 is up there with the best in the world, but our squad is fucking bang average.
Squad is
we're just naming who Chelsea will have on the bench, and it's miles better to what we have. But we could be, honestly, I'm going off topic again, but we could be the next Arsenal of the years. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah. I hope this is a fucking stupid comment, but these owners are getting shadowed by a top manager. This buy to sell shite doesn't work if you want to win the big trophies. Like who? You know what I mean? It just doesn't work.
Even right, Bob brings up here try supporting Spurs, talk about tight, but that like 47 million for Romero. He's a very, very good centre back. I actually rate him high. I thought he was very, very, very good last season, but I think 47 million is a bit of a stretch. But still, that's not light money.
It's not like scandal. Like if you compare that, right? You watch Serie A.
Ben White, 50 mil.
Yeah, I was just about to say, who's a better centre back in your opinion? I've never seen your man. I've seen your man play like twice, so I can't say I've seen him play properly.
I probably would edge Ben White. You know that it depends. Really? On his day, I think he's a bit more pace about him. He can kind of he's a bit more settled. But
thing is,
Ben White, I've seen more Ben White than I've seen Romero.
So that's why it's in your hand. But if you think about it,
Romero's playing Champions League.
Romero's been playing Champions League. Romero's been like top 3 or 4 in Italy the last couple of years. Yeah. Ben White's been in the Championship and then 17th, 16th in the Premier League. You know what I mean?
I wasn't impressed with Ben White this season. I was impressed with him 2 seasons ago at Leeds. I wasn't impressed last season though.
He was bang average. From what I've seen, he was bang average. I don't even think he was Brighton's best centre back. I thought Dunk was better. Like if someone was to spend 50, I know Ben White's younger, so but if someone was to spend 50 million on like Arsenal owners are stingy, so.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They spend 50 million on a bang average. Like that's such bad spending.
If you want to spend your money,
they don't have the money. Like, let's say like the City signed Nathan Ake for what, like 45 million or something like that. Yeah, I think Ake is better than White from what I've seen, and I've seen a decent bit of both.
Definitely.
I would say Ake
was sick at Bournemouth. Ake was sick at Bournemouth.
It's just like the most I'd be paying for Ben White. I know he's English, so
30 mil.
30 million, yeah. And if it was 30 million, you'd be like, even if it was 40 million,
you'd be like,
it's a bit pricey, but you're like, look, it's the English tax, so it's not. But 50 million, I think that slab head transfer has just kind of broke the market in that way.
It's killed the game.
Joe, and I've seen Spurs are in talks for Lautaro. This is obviously the Kane money, yeah. Inter, as I was saying to you, well, you knew that.
Is falling out.
I know every team is in debt, let's say, but they're literally fecked. Like they've already sold a keeper. They've literally signed.
Look what Bob has said.
Big up to Bob. Make sure, Bob, if you're new, subscribe to the boys.
Big
up, new Bob. Boys in the chat here. Make sure to like the videos you're coming in. First stream back in a while. But the consistency is going to come back with us anyways. Yeah. Maybe not with like the likes of Liverpool, but season coming back. We're
as consistent as FSG not spending money from now on.
Exactly. But Sully says Rom Golden Boot as well, and I'd probably. It's
not a bad shout.
Yeah,
you probably can't argue with it.
Let's be honest, it's probably Rom, Salah, or Kane because there's not that many out and out goal scorers with like Aguero left. You know what I mean? Vardy's not gonna. I don't think Vardy will play enough games to.
Yeah.
But I'd say I know we're kind of going in different order. I don't know when these transfers happen, but we'll have to chat about Jackson Grealish.
Banging them out.
We're just chatting. Yeah. Look, City just taking the piss. City just taking the piss. Like,
100 mil, like
I thought it was a good deal for both sides. That's what I think. I think it's a fair price, probably overpriced, but considering he's English and he has like 5 years left on his deal, like they're going to have to pay. You know what I mean?
If we use it in these terms, right? So Jackie Grealish, guys, played most of the Euros, 100 mil, and then you look at what Sancho. How much was Sancho?
73, I think, or something like
73, something like that, and that's a guy who's on the bench. I know when,
but who's been playing Champions League football.
No, but that's what I mean. If you think about that, it's not bad, but I just the way the market's gone, it's so hard judging players now because you just can't. Like £100 million for a player is nuts.
It's crazy,
nuts, especially when on this. How much would Jack Grealish be worth if he was Irish? If he was still playing for us, and you get immediately half that.
If Grealish was Irish, but he's let's just say he's played at the same level, yeah. And maybe, you know how he dragged Villa up to the Premier League and then kept them in the Premier League? Let's say he done something like that for Ireland, as in he dragged us to a Euros, like just to get to the Euros, to qualify. Yeah. That's hard. No, I think he'd be like 70. I think he'd be.
max.
I think it'd be 70 million. I think 45 would be a bargain for him still.
Dave says here, I reckon it'd be underwhelming. But that's the thing for me. I find if you're costing £100 million, how can you live up to that?
It's like Pogba was what was Pogba, 95 or something, 90?
Yeah.
And
It's
that was
so
like,
hard to live up
and
to
that
that.
when the Pogba signed like 5 years ago. So 95 back then was probably about 140 now. You know what I mean? Roughly, by the way transfers have been going. So like,
Yeah.
let's be honest, he's only going to play like 25 Premier League games. They have, because let's be honest, it'll be Mahrez, Foden, Grealish, De Bruyne, Bernardo might go. We'll see. Kane, I still think Kane's going to sign for them if Lautaro goes the other way. It's like with PSG. If they get Kane, they have to win the Champions League, spending that money on that squad. It has to be one of them too.
How many players though on this? Like how many big signs have actually lived up? To the signing,
like record-breaking transfers. Let's go. Like Van
Dijk has.
Van Dijk has, and that was crazy money when that happened because no one knew how good he would be. It was a few years ago. Slabhead hasn't. Pogba, he hasn't been bad.
He hasn't.
It hasn't. No, it hasn't justified the hype. No, and I'm a big Pogba fan, but it hasn't. I agree on that one. Even if we go, I think the Bale one has. I think Bale. Yeah, I think he has for them Champions League moments. Literally, like if you think about it, these clubs would pay 50 million for a Champions League. You know what I mean? They would because let's be honest, Neymar for the money. Yeah, he hasn't been a flop.
Well,
but
he was brought in. He was brought in to win a Champions League. Did he win one though? It's
I don't think he's
been
a flop though. He hasn't been a flop.
No, he hasn't been a flop.
He's
been
he was
brought in to win a Champions League.
Ronaldo back then has been like, remember Ronaldo 80 million back then from United. That's been a good signing. Let's be honest. That's been an excellent signing. Like he's dragged them to Champions Leagues. And what was the other big transfers like?
Him to Juve.
Yeah, him to Juve.
Again, you're getting Ronaldo though.
I don't think it's been slightly underwhelming just because it's Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
But I won't say it's hurt their pocket. You can imagine the jersey sales
I'd say they've made that. You know what I mean? So like the big transfers, I think these days you just have to pay over the odds to get the player.
Yeah,
because Martial is a good one, but I don't think Martial has been as bad as people have said. He has been.
No. One bad season, and everyone throws him under the bus.
I think Martial's very, very good player. I think he's. I don't know. I think he's just. You know how he always has that same face. He's always. It's just the way he is. People think he's a crap attitude and stuff.
The effect social media's had now. You can't have one bad season or one even slightly under average season, and you just get hated. Remember the abuse Trent was getting. Nearly all season. That's one season. I rate Martial high now, to be honest.
That's a good point.
Not very high, but he is good. Yeah.
Ronaldo has his own standards, so maybe for his standards it has been that good. So like it makes sense. For any other player it's maybe good, but it's Ronaldo at the end of the day. But other transfers, we'll have a little chat about Liverpool and our lack of transfers. Like the thing is for me, I think we'll sign like one lad and it'll be like an underwhelming, honestly, if we sign Jared Bowen, like, I don't care. Like, and then you see fans on Twitter and they'll be like, oh no, but we signed Robbo for 5 million. Oh, and we signed, like, you can only do this for so long. It doesn't work like that anymore. You just have to spend the money on the big players.
We aren't that Dortmund anymore. We're not a buy investment team. We are one of the top guys now, so we have to act like a top guy. You know what I mean? We don't get to play with the big leagues and then be happy we're there. We're happy we're winning Champions League. You have to progress and you have to keep winning them.
That's the thing, right? So when we won our Champions League and our Prem, if we had
just on this, sorry, but Bowen is class. Is he good enough to play for?
Bowen is bang average. He's the best team. He's class for West Ham.
We want to be the best team in the world, and you think Jared Bowen is going to be enough to keep us there?
Did you see the yoke when he said,
let's be realistic.
Boys call him Robin, but in training and stuff, but Jared Robin. But no, the thing with Bowen, right? This is how I see it with Bowen. Our biggest rivals are City, obviously Chelsea as well, but let's just say City. Our Bowen is City's Grealish. Who's better? It's not even a question. You know, that's the way you got to look at it. Just
even the likes of City, Angelino, a little light work, like just dropping in little small ones like that. We made one signing.
Agreed.
One.
I think we need more, man.
Where is our Genie replacement? That's what I want to know. Where is he? And then everyone relying on, oh look, we've Harvey Elliott coming through. Like, you can't be relying on youngsters again and again and again.
Foden is elite, and he's just been kind of playing 15, 20 games a season the last couple. He might play a bit more now, but he's been eased in, and he's like, you could say he's generational. You could say he's, you know what I mean?
We're 1-0 down. Who do you bring on off the bench?
Shaq. I think Shaq is going to go to Lazio.
But we're 1-0 down.
Maybe
who
Jota.
Do you bring off the bench?
Maybe Jota, but we need more. We need a midfielder. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying right now, I actually think, even if we sign, let's just say we signed Sancho and United didn't, I still think the best we could finish is third. I think Chelsea and City are certs to finish ahead of us with the squad. You need a squad. You need a squad to win a title. We might go for a Champions League and go far, but I think for a title, we're going to do our predictions next week, but let's just say I'm not confident at all. And I think there's a lot of deluded Liverpool fans. Look, again, as I say,
when I look at it,
wrong on this. Yeah, I'd love to be wrong on this. Like, I'll happily be proved wrong.
It's easy for me to say, oh yeah, we're going to win it, but I'm talking out my arse then. Because when I step back, I look at all these chances that have gone, everything we've missed. Even Arsenal, right? They've brought in. Where do they have issues this year? Their defense. They brought in a centre back and they brought in a full back. You know, people talking about them being tight. What else do you want? They spent more money than us. They spent but they've spent double the money we have.
At least they're doing something. I think
Tottenham
their business
had serious problems. Tottenham had serious problems with centre back.
Signed a good centre back.
Yeah, we signed one not really proven. We'd already signed him before. We get rid of one of the best midfielders we've had, one of our best servants the last couple of years.
I think he was our best bar, like Fabinho, but they're even different positions. Like Fabinho's just an out-and-out CDM. I think he was our best centre mid. He's been like our best.
He's been our best servant nearly as well. Like when you talk about Hendo, Milner, and Genie, the amount of yards them guys have racked up over the last couple of years is crazy.
Agreed.
And just let one of them go. Milner's agent, Hendo's agent, and to bring nothing in. And then there was talks to them about not extending Hendo's contract.
Thing is, I'm actually not that pissed off about that. But he should be, but I think Hendo is starting to decline himself. I know,
but still,
I don't want Hendo playing every game this season. I want him playing like half the games in the league. You know what I mean? I want I don't know. I'm just not confident about us and a title. If I'm being honest, maybe an FA Cup or something, but just like you just got to compare what our rivals are doing.
Could we be?
100 million, 100 million. Like let's just say Kane goes to City, which I think he is. 200 million plus transfers on top strikers, top 5 strikers.
Yeah.
Big up to John from Real Ball Talk.
Big up.
Yes, can't believe it. Yeah, I think it's them and City really. They have to be the favourites, like because Bayern have gone back a bit. Bayern are probably third favourites, but John from Real Ball Talk.
A Bayern move.
We've done so many videos with them, quality channel. But I was listening to what he was saying, they were saying, and they were just kind of saying like we are just. You never thought he was leave. Like you'd hear rumors about Messi leaving, you'd just be like, yeah, but let's be honest, it's not happening.
We'll give you a bigger contract. But on this, right, one that's annoyed me, Patson Daka's gone to Leicester, 23 mil. And then the one I mentioned
Samari. Do you know a bit about? I've heard, like I'll be honest, I've seen a lot play about Boubacar Samari that Leicester signed.
Yeah,
I've seen him play once. Well, not even once, like 40 minutes, and he looked good. But he's one of them where I've heard nothing bad about him. It was like it could be similar to remember Fulham signed your man Seri.
Yes,
and Barca were like
Seri or whatever.
Literally everyone was linked to him. And he was absolutely
Naby Keita type job.
Yeah, and I see on Twitter. Sorry, I have to go back.
Stop licking Naby's arse, lads, please. Wow, we've done a few stepovers and friendlies.
Bigging up Naby in these stepovers. Like I'll tell you what's going to happen with Naby now. He'll might play the first game and play well against Norwich, and we'll start hyping him up. Second game or something, or third game, he plays a run of games. Oh, hamstring's gone. He's out for 4 weeks. He's back. Oh, ankle's gone. I'm out for 2 weeks. The man is just too injury prone. And to be honest, I think when he plays, he's massively overrated. I think he's been an absolute flop for us. Let's be honest. Let's call it. Look, it's another one of them. I would happily be proved wrong. Blah blah blah. But
look, we haven't got many transfers wrong in the last few years, but this is the worst one I can think of.
With the money, like he was like 60 million euros.
This is the worst one I can think of since Andy Carroll.
Yeah, money wise and how bad he is, hype wise. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man.
The worst thing is us still trying to cling on to it. That's what.
Yeah, just let it go. Like, if this was City or Chelsea, they would have seen, right, 1 or 2 seasons, right, he's not good enough. Let's sell him on. Don't really care about the money. Let's just get rid of him. Or Pep, who do you want now? And they just go. They just go get
one team who's done actually a decent bit of business now. Not decent, fantastic business this window. We have to shout out to Villa. We have to.
Can we talk about Danny Ings first?
Danny Ings, fantastic. Ashley Young.
How many goals? If Danny Ings,
Buendia.
The thing is, I see they bid a couple of times for Cantwell and James Ward-Prowse. Like, they're showing ambition. I'm making a prediction now. I don't even think
Leon
it's that
Bailey.
bold. Leon Bailey. They're going to finish above Arsenal this season.
Villa for Europe.
I think they'll finish above Arsenal this season. It's not really that outrageous.
Like, no, not that. Man, I'm telling you, Villa for Europe this year.
If there's a few Arsenal fans in the chat, mate, or even if you're not an Arsenal, let us know what you think of that. I'm not even trying to rip the piss out of Arsenal. Like, your fans are... John, if you're in the chat, like, you're kind of a level-headed Arsenal gooner, but...
One thing that is promising, though, for Arsenal, at least they did get in a centre-back and they did get in a full-back, you know, the Benfica lad, Nuno Tavares or whatever.
I know, but let's be honest, if Tierney's fit, your man won't even be playing, so Tierney's a good player.
I think this kid can play on both sides, but...
Oh, okay.
It's nice to see them with a small bit, but come on, Villa, fantastic.
If Ings stays,
James Villa will probably finish ahead of Arsenal. I could see it happening easily.
If Ings, right, he's quite injury prone. That's the only bad thing about him. But let's just say he plays, because he's not going to play every game.
You won't need to play every week.
I know. Let's just say if he managed to play 30 games, which would be good for him because of his injuries. How many goals do you think he's guaranteed? Let's just say he's on the penalties. I think he's definitely going to be on the penalties. He has to be. Because at least he's definitely coming in and taking the penalties.
Him and Watkins definitely.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be
beautiful. Definitely 12 goals each.
I think Ings minimum 15 if he plays 30
games.
But
I think
he's 1 and 2 striker. Probably better than that.
They'll definitely get double figures each anyway.
With Buendia, maybe Cantwell, John McGinn and Leon Bailey. Even like Traore's a decent player. Even El Ghazi as a squad player for them is quite good. Like
Douglas Luiz, they're not bad players.
Matty Cash on the wings, Target on the wings. These like Consa, just kind of decent fullbacks.
Consa, Mings, Tom Heaton.
I think Tom Heaton's gone United.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Jesus.
Martinez, top keeper.
Good team.
If they had, I still think like Dean Smith's an average manager. If they had like a Nuno, like, you know what I mean, a better manager than Dean Smith, even like a Graham
Potter. Dean Smith done wrong though?
No, I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think he's average. I think
it's going to be interesting this season to see how he does with these. Yeah,
he has no excuse not to push for like a top 7 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but no, let's just say, if they had a Graham Potter, I think Graham Potter would have them playing beautiful football with them players. I think Dean Smith is a good manager, but let's be honest, it was all about Grealish with them, really. Because when he didn't play, I think their run was terrible. But I think Danny Ings, 15 goals minimum if he stays relatively fit. Because he's not,
still.
You know, I think him and Ollie Watkins, you know how Ollie Watkins is kind of a hold-up. He's not like the best finisher, but his hold-up play, his running down the channel, his pace, I think him and Ings will be class together. I think that's a lovely bit of business.
John, with the big comment here, Arsenal are done. We tried to sell Xhaka for 18 mil. He got a new contract instead. Need a goalkeeper, right back, centre mid, cam, and striker. We've only signed a centre back and backup CM. Our manager's a fraud. Villa are better. Fair enough. A very, very probably harsh truth.
No, it is true though. Man's just speaking facts as an Arsenal
from
fan.
A very level-headed Arsenal fan.
Big up to Ryan from Sarcasm City. Obviously, we've done the videos with Flawless. Big up to that page, quality page. But like, yeah, Arsenal. It is kind of fun speaking about. I think we've always said as we started this channel, Arsenal just are a fun team to talk about. There's just always something going on with them. They're just
They're
like
so topical. They're always topical because
I know
there's
it was
so
an-
many passionate fans.
I know it was deluded fans. I know it was announced like know it was announced like what was it, a month ago maybe or a few weeks ago. Arsenal all or nothing. We just have a. I know we're talking
That
transfers.
is going to be
but
class.
We just have to chat about this.
Before we finish on transfers, tell me you're owned by Mike Ashley without telling me you're owned by Mike Ashley. Newcastle, the only team in the Premier League not to make one signing. Come on.
No, they just signed Joe Willock this evening. 25
Ah,
million. Just signed Joe Willock. I got the notification.
Bastards.
That's actually a tidy sign. I thought, he equaled. I think he equaled Shearer's record. Like that. That's not to be like. That's quite solid. The 7-7. I think that's a good signing for them. 25 million is probably a bit much for him, though. I still think he's kind of average. But like,
sorry, we cut out there. But
nah,
yeah, no,
okay.
It's a man on good form. I can't believe he's done that to me, Mike Ashley. Fuck you.
Literally just before we started, I got a little notification
making a tomfoolery of me. But anyway,
I know, but it is funny though. I know what you're trying to say. It is a typical Toon thing to do.
Yeah,
but Arsenal all or nothing. I watched the Spurs one, thought it was quality. Obviously, Jose's box office, but like, put it this way: Arsenal are going to have some embarrassing results.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they get spanked by the odd big team? Like Liverpool love spanking them, City love spanking them, Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's nearly going to be more of
this is going to be
let's lick Saka's arse so we forget about the Euros type thing as well.
Possibly.
I think there's going to be a lot of that done, but Arsenal, they're just them Americans. They just want any bit of money right now, I'd say.
Where did Arsenal finish? If let's say right, who are they going to? First of all, right, you know how they've been linked highly with Maddison. Do you think Maddison signs?
No.
Yeah, you do. Like, and I don't know. I'm not saying they all do, but most of them would celebrate it like they won the Champions League or something. Honestly, I'm not even ripping the piss on that.
Where do Arsenal finish?
If they sign, let's just say they sign. They're going to sign one more decent player, I think, like maybe like a 50 million. Like, let's just say they saw it right. Let's just say Maddison, because I haven't seen them link with it. They could sign someone. If they sign Maddison, where do they finish?
I think they could definitely make a European spot now that I think Everton have lost a bit of power. I think Everton are going to be completely out of Europe races. I know I talk on Rafa, but I think that's again throwing him prayer. They really haven't given him anything to invest in. Rafa's been away from the game now. He's been, where was it? China, he was in for a while. I don't know how great he's going to be coming back and adapting again, but I think I'd like to see Arsenal finish in the not a Champions League, but a Europa League spot or a conference even, because it's just tough seeing them around 10th, but I wouldn't be surprised either.
Kind of funny,
James, top 6, not a fear. Sorry, not a fear.
Do they not need top 6 for Europa? Oh, you're on about the
7.
Conference.
Yeah,
I
7.
think it's 6 for the Europa.
I think they'll be pushing Europe, but I don't.
I think if they sign Maddison, 6th at best. But if they don't, if they don't sign Maddison, I think they could finish like 8th or 9th. I think that depends when they sack Arteta. To be honest,
it's going to be above them anyways. Definitely City, United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Yeah, I would say Leicester. I would say Leicester,
and then it's between
5 or 6.
That's 5.
I think Spurs will finish above them.
Then it's between, for that 6th spot, it's between Spurs,
Everton. I said Villa would finish ahead of them.
Spurs, Everton, Villa, Arsenal. There's a couple of teams in the pot.
Look, I don't hate Arsenal, by the way. If they did well, I wouldn't be like. But it's just
I like Arsenal.
They just have a lot of deluded fans. But before we finish up, is there any other transfers that you've kind of enjoyed that kind of caught your eye and you were like, "Oh, that looks decent," sort of thing? Obviously, Varane hasn't been announced yet, but I think that's going to happen. Quality signing. Sancho's been. But is there anyone that like people have kind of not missed? You know how you said the Daniel Malin one, somewhere where like you kind of looked at it and you're like, "Well, that's a decent bit of business there."
Yeah, I think Pat Ndaka, I think if
Yeah,
he'd come to Liverpool, he would have been picked up a bit more.
he scored a stupid amount of goals. I know it's only the Hungary league,
He
but like
scored,
Haaland ripped it up. He scored more
not
goals than
Hungary,
Haaland did.
Austrian,
Austria,
but
sorry.
he scored more goals than Haaland did in that season, and he's a
Like he was on
he's
Liverpool's
a
radar
highly
for
thought of
ages.
striker. Yeah, he's a highly thought of striker. I can't say I've seen much of it. I think Buendia got justified hype when it
I
first
think he's got
happened.
a lot of hype, and Villa
Yeah,
did beat him to Arsenal, or
mm,
Villa bet Arsenal to the silence sort of thing. But
yeah,
look, we're gonna do. There's gonna be a couple of more. I'm sure Lukaku will be announced in a couple of days, but I think this week, obviously Premier League kicking back, we're gonna do our Premier League predictions, like top 4, top 6,
yeah,
relegation, title winners, all of that. We don't know when we'll do that, but get onto our socials, probably our Insta and Twitter. Like we are quite. I'm getting more active on them now, so just look at
yeah.
them. We'll put on their story. We'll throw a tweet up or whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Premier League predictions coming out this week. Anything else you want to see?
Yeah, look, we'll be keeping an eye on the whole Messi situation over the next
Yeah,
couple of days.
for sure.
Definitely follow socials. We've a few things in the pipeline right now. We're trying to get
Definitely.
back into the flow of things, and
Yeah,
everything with due time. But there definitely will be stuff coming around. We'll try keep more active. We'll
yeah.
we'll make a promise on that. At least an upload a week. At
At least I
least
think. I
we'll
think
be
it's going to be
hoping
twice
for
now because we'll be getting some more good guests
yeah,
on. You know what I mean? So we're going to start growing. We took what? We took a month off, but we're back.
yeah.
Looking forward to the season.
The hunger's back.
The hunger is back. Obviously, that Robbo injury kind of dampened our hopes. But we're, as we say, we're
Mm.
general football chat, so we won't speak that much about Liverpool, to be honest, unless they sign Mbappe or something, and then we'll
Yeah,
probably jizz everywhere. But
it's not that we're avoiding it. It's just that we're general
we actually
football
have
chat,
nothing.
right?
We have nothing to talk about. But yeah, if you're new, make sure to subscribe to the boys. We're close enough to 400, so if we get that ticked off soon, we'd appreciate
Yeah.
that. But yeah, we will, James. Definitely.
Big up
On
to
Michael,
everyone who's in the chat.
yeah.
We've been away. Thanks everyone for supporting us again,
Yeah,
as you always do.
the live chat,
Legends,
is
man.
always good. The comments, call us out when
Yeah,
we talk absolute score as always. But yeah, appreciate that. Like the video, subscribe, get on the socials, all of that, and we'll be back this week for the big predictions.
yes, sir.
Appreciate it.